Hey guys, in this episode we're talking about aerial photography, aerial video with these fun little phantom quadcopters. A lot of photographers are buying these little quadcopters, getting into aerial photography, aerial video. It is a ton of fun, and today we're going to talk about, if you do have a Phantom or if you're looking at getting one, some ways that you can keep from crashing those. A lot of people get into trouble and have issues with crashing or maybe not understanding things you can do to keep the Phantom from flying away from you or crashing. So we're going to cover that. Before we do, I just wanted to let you know that I am working on 2 online video courses. These are brand new courses. They're not out yet, but the 2 topics are off-camera flash and aerial photography and videography. So if you just go to camerastupid.com, go to the courses section here, you'll see those 2 pages. If you're interested in either of those topics or want to see the course when it's complete, just scroll to the bottom of the course page and enter your email, and I will notify you when those courses are ready. So again, off-camera flash and aerial photography and videography. It should be a really fun course, and you can see kind of the syllabus that I have in mind, and enter your email if you're interested at all in those 2 topics. Go ahead and play for you part of the intro video for the aerial photography course. Welcome to this course on aerial photography and videography with the use of quadcopters. My name is Mark, and here's a look at what you can expect inside this course. This video course is all about helping you start taking amazing aerial photos and videos as quickly as possible, all while avoiding many of the pitfalls or problems that you might run into when choosing a quadcopter, when learning how to fly, and while learning how to stay safe and be a confident pilot. I've built several multi-rotors myself, including this hexacopter, and in this course I'm going to help you select the right aerial platform for your needs. I've been lucky enough to be able to be capturing aerial video and photos for over 2 years now, and I've traveled to several different countries and many different locations with my quadcopter, capturing everything from the wild Alaskan scenery to cityscapes in Prague and even the blue oceans of the Maldives. I have seen some amazing things, and that is the main objective of this course, is to help you get up in the air as quickly as possible and get you capturing stunning imagery, all while teaching you how to be a safe and confident pilot. So I'm looking forward to having you as a student in this course. Remember that everyone who purchases the course has 30 days access to my email and my phone number if you have any questions or you need me to help walk you through anything while getting into this fun and amazing hobby of aerial photography and videography. I will be here for you. So thanks and enjoy the course. So I'm really looking forward to getting those 2 courses complete for you. Again, check out the page if you're interested at all. Just put your email in and I'll send you an email as soon as those are complete. Okay, like I said in the beginning of the episode, today we're going to talk about avoiding crashing your quadcopter, some of the common problems I've seen, or some of the steps that I take to ensure that I have a safe flight. First thing I've seen is sometimes this battery does not get seated correctly all the way into the Phantom. If you push it in, you want to make sure that you snugly fit it in there and that there's no gaps between that seal. If you're flying around and that battery isn't seated completely correctly and it comes loose, you're going to lose electrical power and that thing's just going to drop out of the sky like a rock. So you got to make sure the battery is charged, seated correctly, and ready to go. Now, a lot of guys They get in a hurry to get the Phantom in the air, and they won't go through the proper calibration step. I do this every time I get to a new location. You just don't know what kind of magnetic interference is out and about. If there's power lines nearby, I don't fly. I try to get away from the power lines. Any kind of electrical interference or signal can interfere with the compass that's right here on the leg of the Phantom and can cause some real bad issues. You want your compass working good, you want the GPS working good, otherwise you can have a crashed Phantom. So to calibrate, turn your remote on first and power on the Phantom. And I'm just going to flip the right hand switch up and down. I think it's 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the light on the bottom here will go yellow. We rotate the Phantom clockwise this way, and then 90 degrees, and rotate it again clockwise. And your lights will start to flash red to indicate that it's searching for a GPS signal. Probably won't get a signal in here. You want to make sure that you get a good home lock. Looks like we do have a GPS signal. It's going to flash rapid green when you do have a good lock. And of course, the point where you turn the Phantom on is going to be the home point. If you do have to go into a fail-safe situation, it's going to return to the home point where you launched from and land. So that's why it's so important to get a good GPS lock before you take off. Now, there's some issues with the fail-safe. If the Phantom loses connection with your radio, or the battery becomes too low to fly, the Phantom will go into fail-safe mode, and that's a good thing, except that the Phantom doesn't have any way of knowing if there's anything in front of it or not. So if we take a look at this video, now this video is shot by a couple of my friends. We won't name names to protect the innocent or the guilty. But you can see here that this was in South Korea, and they took off. They did get a GPS lock, and but the first mistake they made here is they took off a little too close. They set the GPS home point just a little bit too close to this building, and you see why that's a problem in a minute here. But they take off. We'll fast forward a little bit. If you look in this video, we'll pause it. If we pause it right here, you can see that where they are is clear over here, right next to this building, and the Phantom is headed right on the other side of this apartment building. And so the issue with that is that they are now breaking line of sight, and you can see almost immediately the Phantom goes into fail-safe. It loses connection with the transmitter. And of course, now it's going to try to return home, which is fine, except this building is really, really close to being in the way of the Phantom returning home. You can see right there, just barely, we're missing the antennas. If we had just a little bit lower altitude there, the Phantom would have smacked in the building. It would have probably been a total loss. So things are good now. Phantom is returning back. The operator probably has his FPV video signal again now that he's clear of the building. However, he's noticing at this point that he can't control the Phantom. It's still in fail-safe mode. It's returning home, which is great, but nothing he does with the controls does anything with the Phantom while it's in fail-safe mode. And he didn't know how to get out of fail-safe mode. So the Phantom's returning back to the home point, and you'll see here why setting the home point right next to a building is probably not a good idea. The operator was able to pitch the camera down with the remote, but that's the only control he has. You can see as the Phantom starts descending, again, he becomes really close to the Phantom automatically landing on the top of this building. And luckily everything worked out in that case. But if the operator had known that he can just get out of fail-safe mode just by flipping this right-hand switch down and up again and regain control, he may have avoided the serious problem of landing on the building or crashing to the side of the building. So that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.